Are you looking for the sweatiest, corniest podcast?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Whoa! What's up, Kelsey?
What's up, Robert?
Good evening.
Good evening. We're using our spooky voices now.
Hey, it is September now,
It's
so
September. It's
spooky
time.
season is now. It's
It is
not.
nigh. It is upon us.
I am getting into spooky stuff, man.
I want a spooky movie. I need you to send me a spooky movie. I want
Got
to feel something, dude.
You got it? Because I just watched it. Should have
Okay.
written it on here. So here it is now.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you about it, though.
All right.
I do want you to watch it. It was a Netflix movie.
Okay.
Here's maybe how I can sell you. I don't know if you've watched a lot of this, though. I have not. So I'm not like, oh, I've seen these things. He does a lot of Netflix stuff.
Okay.
What do you know about a movie called Before I Wake?
I've not heard of this one.
Okay. What do you know about a Mr. Mike Flanagan?
I thought you were going to say Mike Flanagan. I know that he's a cool dude.
Okay. Let me just spill it out for you in case you guys don't know. So this guy, big on Netflix for doing Haunting of Hill House,
Yes.
Midnight Mass,
Yes.
all of the House of Usher, The Haunting of Bly Manor. Those are like 4 shows that were on Netflix, right?
And they're all heavy hitters.
He also fucking did The Midnight Club on
Yeah.
Netflix. Then he did the movie Dr. Sleep that I fucking loved. Then he did Gerald's Game on Netflix, right?
Why have I heard of Gerald's Game?
That's the one where she gets handcuffed to the bed and then the guy dies and she's stuck there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then, are you ready for this one though?
Yeah.
He did Hush,
Yes.
which is the movie about the deaf lady and someone sneaks in her motherfucking house.
Which fell off of streaming services but is now back on streaming services. So it is Game.
Actually, spoiler for a future Friday roundup.
Okay.
Shout Factory grabbed Hush's thing and is doing a physical release.
Yes.
So it can't be lost anymore.
I love it when that shit happens.
Dude, Hush is the fucking best.
I want to watch a spooky movie.
So here's the thing. Ferdin has talked at length about Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting.
Yeah.
All those shows and stuff. Mary, which that guested on our show a billion years ago, has been talking about Fall of the House of Usher to me for a while, and I'm like, I don't watch these things, right?
Yeah.
But then I watched Before I Wake the other day,
Okay.
and I was like, this movie is hitting every fucking thing I want from a movie. And then I look up this guy, and I was like, Hush, Dr. fucking Sleep. I'm gonna watch every single one of those shows for spooky season this year.
Yes.
Hands
Yes.
fucking down.
Yes.
So I say that's a great starter movie. It's called
Okay.
Before I Wake. It's on Netflix. So fucking solid.
All right.
Absolutely great movie. I have not been that the last movie that got me like that. It's not good on that level. It's not so mind-blowing.
Okay.
But I had fun with Before I Wake as much as I had fun with Barbarian.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I just didn't see a lot of... I just wasn't expecting it. I was like, can you go there? Is he gonna go there? He did these things. He's doing the things. A lot of movies want to talk about an idea, but they don't want to commit to the idea because then what if it doesn't work, right?
Barbarian.
Goes, this is the fucking idea, and he does it.
Okay. I love that.
It was great. I loved it. I'm so glad you brought that up because I forgot to put that on the list.
I'm glad that you had something for me immediately.
So good. Everyone's been telling me to watch Immaculate.
Yeah, I keep hearing good things about this one too. I want to watch it because I love Sydney Sweeney.
But I'm not hearing it's scary though. You said you want something scary?
I want
Before I
something to
Wake?
make me feel.
Oh, okay. That movie's still gonna, and not even just spooks.
Okay.
Okay, that movie ended. Everyone in the fucking room was crying.
Okay.
Like you're gonna, it's good. Like it hits all the peaks of every genre you want it to hit.
Okay.
It
All
was
right.
so good. I loved it.
I'm
Before I
sold.
Wake on Netflix. Everyone check it out. Oh, but besides that,
Besides that.
what else is going on? We know spooky season will be happening literally all this month and all next month and then all the rest of time because we never really leave it. But we're going to be concentrated on it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's spooky season all day, every day in our Discord. We have the specific channel dedicated to it. So if you want to get in there and check that out, secret advertisement, you should do that. But
Just anything else spooky happening in your life these
yeah,
days?
it's extra spooky in my
Oh, wait.
house right now.
Can I crack this, man?
You can crack it. I'm just going to drink me one of these
Okay.
tonight, I think.
That's fair. I probably should have one of those. But I'd have to make it. You don't have to make
It's
these.
hard. Yeah, it's a lot of steps. I have fucking fleas.
Oh no.
Yeah, we have a Terminix. Like we have a pest service. Just
Okay.
named him Terminix. I mean, I'm not coming for y'all. Y'all do a good job. But
That's
for
whatever.
some fucking reason, I got fleas in my house. We have a specific flea and tick service that does the whole yard. So I'm like, why do we have
Okay.
fleas? Somehow, some way, life finds a way.
Yeah, it does.
So
Okay.
I was petting my little sweet white boy yesterday, Wicket, and like
No.
white cats are the canary in the coal mine for fleas because it is
Oh, yeah.
so easy to see like right down to his pink little skin. And I was just like behind his ears and I was like, what's all this black shit? So I was like, I immediately know this is fleas, and I hate it. So I told Richard, I was like, we have fleas, we need to go get flea collars. And I go on Amazon, and the soonest they can ship a flea collar to me is a week away. And if you let
Yeah.
fleas go for a week, you have an infestation.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to do that. So I was like, okay, I'll just go to Walmart and pick up some flea collars tonight.
Okay.
But our Walmart did not have the flea collars. There was none in stock. So I was like, all right, I'll check PetSmart. Where's the closest PetSmart? There are 2 PetSmarts within a 75-mile radius of me. One all the way up in Hot Springs and one all the way down to Texarkana. So I was like, I guess I'm fucking going to Texas. So
okay. I mean, did you like check the app or something first and be like, do you have
everywhere? So
okay.
I went on their website because I wasn't going to chance like getting there not having flea collars in stock because like fuck that, it's an hour and 15 minutes for me to drive there. I'm not going to do that.
God,
out the guarantee.
Yeah.
So I get on their website and I order the flea collars and I get the little confirmation email that's like, okay, cool, we'll see you in our store in 2 hours, because whenever you order something,
that's always a 2-hour thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I ordered them at like 1:20 and then I left after work, so I was on the road at like 4:35. So
tons of time for them to acquire this.
Yes, I see. You know where this story is going.
So, kind of.
I get to the fucking PetSmart and I have to go through the line first of all because there's like one cashier and no other employees to be seen. So I'm just like standing in line with my phone, like I have a mobile order, but I have to wait for the rest of these customers.
Yeah.
And I'm being a good socially distant person. So I'm, providing enough space for the person in front of me in line. And this lead paint stare person just walks in front and like just gets in line between me and the next person, and that person turns around, looks at this person, and then makes eye contact with me. And I was just like, it's fine. She was like, is it fine?
All right then.
It's like, it's fine,
I'll sheath the knife.
Yeah. So I wait my turn so politely and get up to the front, and I'm like, all right, I have a mobile order. And she's like, oh, what's the name? And like, it's Kelsey. She's like, oh, Casey. Okay, let me see. No, it's Kelsey.
Oh my fucking God.
And then she's like, well, we don't have one. Let me ask another employee. And then like calls another employee up in the walkie-talkie or whatever. And this person comes up and she's like, we have a mobile order for Casey. And I'm like, it's fucking Kelsey. Look for Kelsey.
My God, dude.
And so the girl like looks around. She's like, we don't have anything from you. Like, when did you order it? I was like, I ordered it about 5 hours ago, so it should be good. And they're like,
Okay.
yeah, should be good. Let me check on the system because I don't think we've received a mobile order. It's like, all right. So
Jesus
she
Christ.
leads me like into the employees only area and it's like,
Okay.
come sit at this computer with me. And so we're just like hanging out there at the computer room, and she goes through the stuff, and I'm like, let's just like look at it by order number because you can't find it by my name. So maybe I mistyped it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And she looks up by my order number and sees it. And she's like, oh, you canceled it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see this coming. No. I just thought
I
it was gonna be like you had
canceled
to
it.
wait for them to go, let me go find the shit.
Bro. I was like,
Okay.
how hard is it to find 4 flea collars? Just find them and give them to me and I'll be on my way. But no,
Yeah.
the order is canceled. And I was like, I didn't cancel it. And she was like, well, we would never cancel an order.
We would never.
We would never.
Never.
And if we did, we have to call you first and tell you like why and try to fill it with another product. And I was like, maybe I'm at the wrong fucking PetSmart. Is there another PetSmart in
Okay.
Texarkana? She was like, no. I'm like, okay. Do you have the flea collars? And so she's like, well, maybe. Let me go have a look for them.
Maybe.
I'm like, please go have a look because if I have to go anywhere else, I'm going to lose my mind. So she does go look and has the flea collars. And she was like, okay, so you could just buy them instead. And I'm like, but I was already charged for the 4 flea collars. And I got a text from my bank that's like, we've charged you. And flea collars, bro, you know how much a fucking flea collar is for a cat?
No.
It is $67.99 for 1 flea collar. And I have 4 cats.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's expensive to get flea collars.
Cause see, I only use the drop things.
Yeah,
So many people use flea collars, so maybe I'm like the odd one.
we have tried flea collars exactly once, and it helped. We didn't know we had fleas for a very long time because we only had brown cats. So
Yeah.
you can't really see like little fleas or flea dirt on a brown cat very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we let that flea infestation go for probably way longer than we should have until we saw them like jumping around the house, which was awful.
Yeah.
And then we got these Seresto brand flea collars that we swear by because they immediately just like killed all the fleas. We were very happy.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm getting those ones again because I know they work and I know they didn't irritate the cats, because that's another worry I have, is that like I'm putting poison on my animal and I don't want them to die. But that's just my personal brand of mental illness. So
every pet parent's thing is they,
yeah,
it's
like
gonna be bad for them.
yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
a chemical that's going to kill the fleas, but I don't want it to like hurt the cat in the process. You gotta think about these things. So I want those specific flea collars. They're $67 in store, but if you order them online, they're $62, which is not that much of a savings. But when
That's
you're
$20.
when you're in a position of you need to buy 4 of them, that's $20. So, and having to drive, like, that covers my gas money, you know?
Mhm. So
I'm like, well, I could just order them again on the app and then you could just give them to me.
you hand those to me, right?
Yeah. And she's like, that would work. And so I go ahead and I put the order in on the app again.
Okay.
And I hit send. And then we just like wait there standing and staring at each other for a very long time. And she's like, well, it's not coming through. I'm like, I know. Is there something wrong? And I checked the order again on my side. I'm like, it doesn't say canceled or anything. And she's like, what if I just walk away? She said that to me. She's like, I could just walk away.
I thought she was going to go, what if I just walk away and these flea collars weren't here anymore when I come back?
What if? So, yeah, she did just walk away. And then magically the order went through in that instant.
Okay, good.
And then some other employee like came up and picked them. Are you Casey? Give me the fucking flea collar.
I swear to God, what is wrong with people in your name?
I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm not saying my name right. Every single time I have, like, I got in the car after this whole debacle and I was practicing my fucking name like an insane person on the drive home. Just Kelsey. My name is Kelsey.
Hey, have you ever seen that 70s show? Well, I'm not Kelso. I'm Kelsey. Right? Different letter at the end.
It just makes me so sad. But I got the flea collars. It took me an hour and a half 2.5 hours round trip to get them. Plus, the time spent fumbling around in PetSmart. But I put them on the cats and they're all fine. I mean, they don't like the flea collars, but they're
Hey,
fine.
hey, man, I'd rather you guys be a little upset and now there's not fleas.
Yeah.
You want to
I
know how I know when there's fleas?
how?
They always, because I'm always in socks.
Yes.
Always right at the rim, like where like the compression part is at the top of the sock.
Yeah.
They just live in there and bite the ever loving shit out of just that circle
God.
of my leg. And I'm like, there's fleas. I know, because I'm itchy as shit.
I hate having any kind of bug in the home. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's fleas are just they make me feel so dirty. And I know that it's like it's not my fault, but it feels
Yeah.
like my fault.
What about this one? Because every morning that I've been going to work lately, there has been a tiny, tiny little lizard right at the front door. And so I have to open the door and I get a piece of mail and I go, yo, buddy, this way. And he goes, all right, see you in the morning. And he just like walks right out the front door. And then the next morning, he's right at the front door again.
That's bizarre.
It's very weird.
He just wants to come inside. Did I tell you
just
about the lizard when I moved out of my house?
No.
So you know those like geckos, those standard geckos that are just
Yeah.
everywhere in Texas homes. Like I was thinking, I opened the front door as we were like taking boxes out and stuff, and I see this like lizard on the ground, and I feel like I'm
Okay.
hallucinating because I'm thinking gecko, but he's a foot and a half long.
Ooh.
Big boy, a chunky guy, and it wasn't a
Okay.
gecko. It was like a horny toad type of thing because he had a spiked head.
Oh, like
And
a
I
little
was like,
bearded dragon guy.
I was like, I've never seen you here before, but I wish I had because he was so cool. And I was like, let's be
Okay.
friends. But I was moving out. But
That's fucking rad. I
yeah,
like
it was
that.
a rad little guy. I hope that he is having a great life with whoever lives in the house now.
He was like, huh, I wonder where that lady went. She was
Also,
nice. She didn't get scared by me.
this is totally unrelated, but on the same line of thought. Did I tell you that my house went up for sale?
No.
So we sold our house to like some investors who were going to
Yeah.
flip it and do whatever and then resell it. And it went up on Zillow and it doesn't even look like my house anymore. And I was looking at it like,
Already?
yeah,
Wow.
I was looking at it like pictures of an old ex, you know, just like I used to go to the bathroom in the toilet here and it's no longer there.
I'm gonna pull it up later because I want to see.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, we can look at it after the show because it doesn't look like my house anymore. It's
you had it. You had a thing. It was your house.
yeah. They came in
That's weird.
and they were like, let's take all the character out.
Grass in the front yard now.
God, I hope not. Not on the Zillow
I'm
listing anyway.
curious. Okay. Well, I think I talked about this, or maybe I just asked you after, but I had to watch Haley's dog
Yes.
over this past weekend, right? So as you guys are hearing it, not this weekend that happened like yesterday for you guys, but like the one before that, leading into September.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna take all this downtime, and I was like, I was gonna take my PlayStation, like play stuff. I was like, no, let's be different. Let's watch stuff instead,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So I decided I'm gonna watch a whole bunch of stuff, and I went and got so many recommendations from so many people. I was like, give me all your stuff, right?
Perhaps too many recommendations because I know you're struggling to narrow it down.
Did. So one person, you would have been very happy. They wanted me to watch Interstellar,
Uh-huh.
but they were like, oh, very close second, Shutter Island. Got to do that one.
Yes.
I watched neither of those two.
Of course.
So here's the deal. I go to see the dog, and that's why I normally like to go to Haley's a little bit before so that the dog is like, oh, yeah, that guy exists. That's a human.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to do that. So I just roll up. Haley's been gone for about 5 days.
Oh my God.
Someone's
Someone
been
else-
at the house taking
Okay.
care of the dog, but like Haley herself has been gone.
Okay.
This is important because Haley had 2 dogs. If you read the thing down there, I was watching dog.
Okay.
I watched a dog.
Yeah.
One of her dogs had passed like in June.
Oh no. I
Right.
thought you were gonna say he died while she was gone because that would have been horrible.
No. So like one of them had died recently.
Okay.
and the one that's left is I's old big old bulldog, right? But
Yeah.
she's been like up Haley's butt since then.
Yeah.
And now Haley's been gone for 5 days. So now she doesn't have her, her brother. Now her mama's been gone. And some fucking dude walked in my house
That's
in
a
the
stressed
middle
out
of the
dog.
goddamn night.
Oh no.
She was so terrified of me.
I bet. Poor baby.
Barking but like not like aggressive coming at me. She was like backing up like, oh, hey, get out. Who the fuck are you? It was very sad.
Poor girl.
So like I was like, do I walk in? Like, how do I go about the situation? Like, will that piss her off if I just like fully come in? I was like, all right. She's just kind of staring at me. Let's just go for it. So I just step in the house and I go, what are you doing? It's me. And she goes, oh shit, that's that dude.
I remember this guy.
And then just comes over and like it was kind of okay. She was still on edge for a while. So like the
Yeah.
first night I didn't watch really anything. That's a lot of wasted watch time, right? But like, man, I've watched these dogs many a time. This was horrible, man.
Why?
She was so sad.
Oh.
She did nothing. She would literally barely even come up to me. She'd come up to me and like crave attention, and I'd give her attention, and then she'd go like, but you're not my mom. And then just like turn around and go like pout in the crate for a little bit.
That's sad.
And then she'd like get up and go like, I kind of want attention. She'd come and be like, yo, dude, touch me. And I'd be like, it's a baby. And she'd be like, you're not my mom. And then like go sit down. And I was like, this is the worst cycle. Quit doing this to me. I felt horrible. And so the whole reason I even brought this up was it got me thinking so horribly about when Jinx is gone, what's Bolby gonna do?
Oh, don't think about that.
And I'm like, I have to figure out that plan because I can never let that boy be this fucking sad.
The solution is just to keep
without
getting
Jinx.
puppies.
I was like, okay, but we gotta get one before Jinx is gone so that Jinx can be like, I bless this new dog. Or something.
It's a terrible cycle to be a pet owner, I swear.
I know, but like I don't think a lot of people think about that. Like,
really?
I don't think a lot of people go through the whole like my dog will grieve when this one's gone. I don't think maybe not that they don't think, they really don't care about it. I don't think. I mean, come on, dude. We live in this world where I got cats that were in a lunchbox put outside a PetSmart, a retail store's door.
Yeah.
I just think it's not that big on a lot of people's mind. Plus, that's always saying, I'm willing to invest in another big commitment of money if this dog should get sick and stuff. And I think people just go, nope, I lost one. I'm going to keep it at one. Simple. Right? Haley, like, wants one, but, like, she just lost that dog, like, a month or two ago.
Yeah, that's hard.
And it wasn't like she could tell so she could plan on getting one.
Yeah.
Like, it happened.
Oh.
So it's, like, sudden. So that's, like, a different scenario.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have to really plan because if I ever had Bolby be that sad at me, I would be so distraught.
Pet grief
I would not handle it.
So sad and weird.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just as sad and weird as human grief, but it's different because they can't tell you what they're feeling and they can't ask you questions and express, They just know that their best friend is gone. They don't know why.
If, like, they could be around it, they would get it. Like, they understand it to a deeper level than we do. But if we just, like, take someone out of the house and don't bring them back, they don't know the disconnect now.
Yeah, I was fucked up about that when we had to put Zoe down. Like, we brought home the blanket from the vet, and we were just like, sniff it.
This is all you get. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. And so that's the thing with Haley's, like, he just got out of the fence. So, like, as old as just like, I don't know, like, he left and I never saw him come back. I'll miss him. I don't know that she thinks like something bad, She's like, I watched him leave, dummy,
Yeah.
Yeah, he like got out of the fence and stuff. It was a whole thing.
Bad.
But so it got me thinking about that, and I'm moving on from that now because it is sad.
Yeah.
But I did watch some stuff. So,
What'd you watch?
first thing on my list, because it was so insanely fresh, I watched the new Terminator anime.
Yes.
So it's called Terminator Zero.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Good.
It is gory. It's got the action in it, but it is very up here. It's
Cerebral
so
stuff.
cerebral, dude.
Nice.
Okay, so I want to give you this. This is the one thing I think you really dig in it. So, the premise of Terminators usually we're sending someone to the past to try to change the future.
Yes.
So part 1 is, hey, we're sending this robot back in time. Kill the mom of the guy that leads the resistance. If his mom doesn't exist, he doesn't exist. Robots win. But
Okay.
then that's the plot of the first movie is they send Arnold back to kill Sarah Connor.
Right.
Then she can never give birth to the guy that leads the resistance against the machines.
Okay.
That fails. So they go, okay, let's send another machine back for part 2. Let's kill John as a child. Should be easy to kill a kid.
Sure.
Since it was hard to kill his mom. Clearly, adults are hard. Let's kill the children,
Yeah.
But then he doesn't die again. So that's the general theme throughout most of it is we send someone back in time to affect the future. So in this one, they send this Terminator back, and then this lady goes back, right?
Okay.
It's like the first time they figured out time travel, so it's like the first time anybody does this. And then at some point they're talking about it, and this is what I thought you'd really like. I was kind of getting sleepy during this part, so I need to rewatch it because I was like, where did this person come from that is just expositioning the fuck out of this right now? But basically, this person's telling our main girl that came back in time, there is no time travel. She was like, yeah, you came back, but you didn't go back to your past. You went back to a past. Every time you travel through time, you branch. So you were in this stream. You're now in this timeline. You're never going to save your friends. Whatever you saw in the future will happen and has happened to them. But you can travel back to this time and save this version of those people.
That's fucked up.
That's what Dragon Ball did. Dragon Ball did the same thing. They were saying that back in the 80s.
Anime loves to do that stuff because there's parts of that in the hell's name of that anime.
I was like, don't say monster.
No. They microwave a banana.
I was going to say Steins Gate.
Steins Gate, that's it. They microwave a banana. That's how they go back in time.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, okay. So that's just like a deeply tragic thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm going back in time, but it's to save a different version of the same people.
It's like that
That's nuts,
game that we played underwater where you're like sending your clone off planet.
Soma?
Right? Soma, yes. All these good fucking
that game's fucked up too.
Yes.
Hate it. Very good. So yeah, I was like, that's fucking that's legit.
Cool.
But then part of the premise of the show is Skynet's about to go online, which I love how they fucking did it. This show dropped August 29th, which is the day in Terminator lore that Skynet goes active and decides to kill all the humans.
Yeah.
So it came out on the day that we die.
That's fucking cool.
Which is very cool. So in the show, it's about to be the 29th, but since they're in Japan, they're technically on the 29th already. So he's like, it's today. It's happening right now, but it's going to happen in like 10 hours there that it's that time. So I have just now to figure out what I'm going to do to stop it. And this guy has built an AI that he's hoping to activate, and then it will essentially talk to Skynet and try to convince it not to kill humans.
Good luck.
Yeah, so he makes this fucking AI and then goes, you're not online yet. I would like to ask you, would you stop it if I were to turn you on? And she's like, you guys are pretty awful. Like, I don't know. I don't think I can tell you that I would say yes. I'd have to go online first and be able to really see the scope of the world out there. But frankly, from my position, you guys are kind of a cancer. So
Jesus.
no, I wouldn't. She's like, every great invention you've ever made, everything of note in your inventive history has been a weapon or used to become a weapon. And I was like, that hit a little hard
Yeah.
because I mean, it's true. Everything, even like the phone, we like created the phone
Yeah.
so that we can send messages for war. I mean, that's where it went. We still used it for that purpose. We
Yeah.
create cars so that we can make tanks now. Like everything we create winds up getting turned into a weapon at some point.
I don't like that.
Isn't that fucking that hurts a little bit.
It's dull.
So it was full of a lot of stuff like that. So it was pretty good. I liked it. There's more twists in it. Should you watch it? It was only 8 episodes. So it
That's
went
not
by
bad.
pretty quick. Yeah, I
Little
mean, I watched
20-minute
it in one
episodes?
sitting. Oh yeah. And then you skip the intro and there's no outro because it's on Netflix. So let's say it's 19 minutes a pop, you know?
Okay.
It was a pretty swift watch. I liked it. I mean, it's not my favorite thing Terminator's done, but it was cool. I
Is it in
really
Japanese?
You can watch it in Japanese, but I watched
Okay.
it dubbed
Hmm.
because it had Timothy Oliphant and Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some good twists in there. Like I think honestly, I think you'd give it like a solid B. Like you'd be like, that was good. I'm not changed. But I think you'd be like, yeah, okay, that was fun.
It could be changed. It
And
sounds very time
I don't
travel
think you would be changed.
brainy.
There's stuff in there that I'm like, because like there were parts that I was like, oh, Kelsey would like that. Oh, Kelsey would like that part. And I've
Okay.
told you none of that stuff.
Well, I need to have another anime because I finished Delicious in Dungeon and have anything to fill that
Okay.
void. So
Well, a quick, 8 episode watch, not bad.
yeah, that's a week of
Um,
nights,
oh yeah, because you do like one a night, so there you go. And these don't end very cliffhangery that like you feel like, oh fuck, I gotta watch the next one. Like each one
Okay.
is pretty self-contained in an idea, and like, all right, this is the next part of this. Of course, we're wondering what's gonna happen, but like, we set up what will happen next, but we didn't like go, oh shit, what will happen? You know,
Yeah.
it's good though. So then, I think I told you this last time, maybe I didn't, but I watched. So Kevin Smith did a new He-Man show way back in the day,
Yes.
2020. I knew he was going to do a part 2, and I checked on it for many a year since 2020, and you kind of give up at some point.
Yeah.
So then you have like those like fleeting thoughts where you go, "Oh yeah, whatever happened to that thing?" And you go, "No news." So fuck that. And then you forget about it again, right? Just before I go, I'm like, "Oh hey, what about that thing? When's that going to come out?" Came out 8 months ago.
There you go.
Cool. I will watch that then. 5 episodes. So I watched He-Man Revolution. Okay. Not as good as the other one.
Okay.
Still good. I'm not a He-Man person. I know nothing about that fucking lore, right? So I'm not like, oh, cool, it's some of my favorite stuff. But it is drawn by the studio that did the Castlevania show, and I just really like their style, like their look of things. And it's got Mark Hamill in it as fucking Skeletor and stuff, so it's just good,
Would you not love it?
you know? It was interesting because this time there's like a thing, I forget her name. She's like Queen Motherboard or something.
Cool
And so
name.
like technology is being brought into this magical world. So now it's like, well, which one is greater than the other? Is magic greater than dependable technology?
Yeah.
Scienceable technology.
Scienceable.
And so like you kind of get this battle of like which of these forces is greater, and then it turns into, well, what if I just fucking mix these things, and then Skeletor goes off the fucking deep end.
All right.
You know? So last time it was a 5-part thing, and it ended on a humongous cliffhanger.
Oh
And
shit.
then the other 5 came out like 6 months later. These 5 end. There's like a little bit of a cliffhanger, but like this story was pretty solid and done. So I don't know. There was some good thoughts in it. So if you're into it, that's 5 shows. It's nothing grandiose, but
Okay.
it's neat.
Were they
And we
hour-long
got
ones or like just little ones?
oh hell no, they're like 20 minutes. It's so easy.
And they took how
Literally
many years to put
dipping
that
it out.
together?
These 5 all right, so that's an hour 20 of content, and it was 4 years later
That's a lot.
to write it and draw it and record it and all that stuff.
I mean, I'm
That's
not saying
pretty
it's not
good.
hard work, but like
Yeah.
some winter
I mean,
shit right there.
I'll tell you some of it. So, oh man. So it's pretty interesting where it went for the time frame you and I are in. But He-Man's dad, the king, passes.
Okay.
And his eulogy. Okay, I mean, like I said, I don't know these fucking characters, so I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then he gave the eulogy, and I was like, fuck, I'm like really fucked up right now. That's intense. It was pretty good. And it made me think about some stuff later, and I was like, man, that was pretty good. But so his dad was like, I know that you're He-Man, and that's really great, but like when I'm gone, this kingdom's gonna need a king.
Yeah.
You can't really be out there being the champion. You need to be the prince. So
Prince.
you're gonna have to make the impossible choice. Do you keep being this hero with all this power, or do you give it up for your people?
Yeah.
And then he died.
Okay.
And I was like, that's a pretty cool thought. Like, good question. What's he gonna do? And of course, he finds a fucking cheap way out, and then it ended in a way that I think you might like. So,
All right.
if you're into just a quick little jaunt, it was good. I would prefer you watch the other one with the 10 shows. Because that one was fucking rad. I don't even know He-Man. And I was like, this is fucking cool. That show drips 80s coolness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you just want to be like, I wish I was in the 80s, it's a good show. And Mark Hamill slays it like he always fucking does. It's Mark Hamill.
Always does it right.
Dude,
you can't fault the man.
He pulls out. He does a whole what's in the box moment. Shit got for 5 episodes. I would have thought that was several seasons of TV.
Yeah.
Like stuff is happening, like just minute by minute. You're like, oh shit, oh god,
Right.
this oh my god, and just more happening. It is jam packed. We watched like a couple other things here and there. Adam Sandler had a new special. Funny, not as good as the last one.
Okay.
And Taylor, oh well, here's an anime you might like. It was called Little Witch Academia.
Okay, I've seen previews for that one.
It was pretty funny.
Was it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Taylor just goes like, because we were just trying to scroll and find something after I got done with He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, what's that one? And I was like, yeah, because she's been getting a lot more into like her witch stuff lately.
Yeah.
We've been doing some stuff, man. It's wild. But she was like, well, yeah, let's try that one out. And actually, I think I liked it more than she did.
All right.
It was just like cute little show, man. It's a girl that sees a witch do like a show. Like it's just like a show you can buy a ticket to when she like does magic and stuff. And she goes, I want to fucking do that when I get older. She's now old enough to go to witch school, but she's not really magical outright. So all the other witches don't like her, and she has to kind of like earn her way into the school because she isn't inherently just like a witch. She's going to learn to do what they do.
Okay. That sounds cute.
And it is. It's just like kind of cute. I liked it. It was pretty good. We watched like 6 of those, and I was like, I could watch the rest of this. That one was good.
All right.
So that's a couple of the things I did, but I have a couple more things I want to tell you about in our second half.
All right. Shall we take
So
a
with
break?
that, let's take a quick break. I'm thirsty, man.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like the Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, the Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
Welcome back. If you're loving this episode, but you crave more YMToAP, the YMBToAP, each and every day, you can get hours and hours and hours of bonus content by going on over to patreon.com/YMBToAP and signing up over there to be a patron. We love the patrons so much. They're our best friends. They live in our phones in the little app called Discord, and we talk to them and we tell them all of our hopes and dreams. And they tell us what their favorite Alien and Predator movies are. That's been the big topic of discussion today. Ferdinand went through and watched all of the Alien movies and then ranked them for us, which is amazing. And he's come around to say that Alien is better than Predator, which kind of a big thing.
He's not wrong. But Predator's cooler, though, as a monster.
Well, if you guys have opinions on this and you want to weigh in, why don't you pay $2 and get in that there Discord? If you decide you want a little bit more YMToAP on your blood, you can pay $5 for the pre-ramble episodes. We have so many. We started putting them up at episode 89, and we're on episode 275 for those of you keeping count. So there are a lot of pre-rambles that you can go back.
It's about to be 200.
It's so many. So check that shit out. I mean, that right there is over 100 hours of content. Like that's just so much.
How you know what you said? How are we not more gray with all the work we've been fucking doing for all this time?
So much. We do so much content. Like, you guys don't even know. $5 will get you all the pre-rambles. If you want more, if you go through all the pre-rambles and you're like, God, I wish I had more YMToAP and I just can't wait for the next episode, you can pay the $10 tier and be a Zeitgeist member, where we do the deep dive media reviews. We have reviewed such good things as The Good Place. We've talked about such bad things as Control, the video game. We've talked about Avatar: The Last Airbender. We've talked about, God, just about. We had a whole month. We had a whole quarter on what's his nuts with the dancing man and the Tremors. Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, we did a Kevin Bacon month.
A Kevin Bacon quarter, didn't we? It was like 3 months.
we picked different people. So we did what? Brendan Fraser,
right?
Kevin Bacon. We picked somebody else cool.
Somebody else. It was a time. Yeah, we have themes sometimes. We just want to. If you get in the Discord now, you could tell us what you want to see for next month's theme, for this month's theme. Like, let us know. We also have a website, which is available in the show notes and down here in the bottom of YouTube. Why don't you go check it out? Get you a sticker or two. I believe that you deserve one. I think it's been a really tough week, and you've been good to yourself, and you deserve a little treat. And of course, thank you to all of our supporters, whether you support us by just listening, by watching, by giving money, by listening to our content and spreading it to your friends. We love each and every one of you so very much. And now let's get you back on over to that regularly scheduled YMToAP content.
Okay. So last time we was here, I was like, hey, I'm doing something right here, but I'm still doing this OFU. We're recording.
Just casually looking down, being like, oh.
I just had to make sure that it was still working because I tried something new I'd never done before.
Yeah.
So I screen recorded. Well, so you had asked me, okay, so if you go to do the pre-ramble, you just heard about that pre-ramble. We talked about Epic the Musical, but that's because I had something specific I wanted Kelsey to know. This is just like the main thing for you guys. This is the main topic for it. But I want to tell you how last Thursday, when we had been recording, they did the live stream for it. So that was actually, I think, the 29th, whenever that Terminator show dropped. Yeah. He released the newest saga to his giant Epic the Musical, Mr. Jorge Hernan Veras, I think is his last name. Something like
Hernandez?
It's like Hernan and then hyphen Riveras.
Ah, I see.
Jorge. We just call him Mr. Jalapeno. That's his name.
Okay. That feels...
This fan base is weird, dude. Okay. I hung out with a lot of the weirdos in high school, okay? I know those people. I can spot them. This is them, man. This is where they're living right now.
Okay.
And I feel very at home. I'll say that much.
Good.
So that's what's kind of cool. I think you would dig it. He's really in tune with that stuff, and he'll take jokes that they make. They've become canon parts of the thing.
That's awesome.
Like, it was just like somebody made a joke, and it's like, ha ha. Then someone's like, that's really funny. And then he's like, yeah, that's kind of funny. And then he's like, let's just make it a real thing. So, like, there's one song where he's talking about how, like, I know that the lyric was just a rhyme, but he says, like, why? You know I'm too shy. And he, like, won't do what the siren's trying to get him to do, right?
Uh-huh.
So everybody turns everything that Odysseus does in the show and makes him kind of like a girl boss kind of guy.
Okay.
And so he's like, oh, I can't do it. I'm too shy. And they make him like do the hair thing. So when he did the live stream, he did the little hair thing during that song and stuff. He's just a little weird guy. But so he was doing this live stream, and I was like, I'm going to record it because the last one didn't stay on YouTube.
Yeah.
You guys are going to make a big fun of me later. Just know that's coming. I know I'm setting you up.
Okay.
Discord can be full of it later.
Great.
So I went to record it, and then when we got done recording, like something weird was on the screen. So I was like, oh, it ended. Okay, cool. Turned it off, moved on with my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Went to show Taylor. Well, we went to watch it, and we got to the end, and it stopped. And I was like, oh, that's what that screen was. It's like, oh, it's weird, because I remember it said, like, content unavailable. So we got on Reddit and TikTok and stuff. He's doing his own live stream, and YouTube stopped the stream. Like, they, like, came in and, like, pulled the plug. YouTube pulled the plug.
Oh, shit.
And said, whoa, you were copyright infringing on this guy. And he's like, it's me.
I am that guy.
I'm playing my own fucking music here.
Oh my God.
So he had to get back on and show off the end. He was at the last 2 songs
Oh my God.
of this new 6-song album thing, right?
And he has to pause and take a picture of both of his hands.
And
for
it
YouTube.
stopped. Yeah. So in pre-ramble, that's what you saw when he was screaming, going, he was like, I'm back, baby. And then he played the end. Right?
Cool.
But so I just thought you'd find that interesting. Like, people just get taken down for showing off their own stuff these days.
That's fun.
So I'd recorded that screen recording. I saved that. And then I had to go back and do the 10-minute one, right?
Yeah.
So I screen recorded that. And I was telling Taylor, I go, okay, so now that I have all the screen recordings, what I'm going to do is just like how I make the like reaction parts. Like, I have like a full video, but I take the part I want.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm going to go in and cut out every part of just each song so you can watch just the song you want instead of have to cut through like the hour and 50-minute video. And she goes, that's really obsessive. And I went,
It is.
no, that's fucking nerdy. That is.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, that's what a nerd would do. And you know what? I haven't done that for something in quite some time. So you know what?
You're in it deep, man.
I'm due to nerd out a little bit, I think. But I realized the other night, because I had to, so I redid the screen recording for the hour and 50-minute one, because it turns out I started it late because we were recording, and it got messed up due to having the plug pulled.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And now it's cleaner, so I had to re-record that full hour, which means I don't have to watch it, but I had to like set it up, set my thing to record, and I just put my tablet off to the side, let an hour and 50 minutes go by, right?
Okay.
I did the 10-minute one before then, got done with that one, and then we watched like a stand-up, and I picked through Terminator 2 at some point. It got done, I go, cool, I can go to bed. It's like 2 a.m. And I go look at the 10-minute one and go, all right, let's make sure it's all good. And at some point, I guess I'd moved my tablet and it auto-rotated. So it changed the aspect and moved it back. And I went, I have to stay up and do the 10-minute one again because I don't know when he's going to pull it down. Because he said, I'm leaving it up for a few days. And this was like on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was like, what if it's gone by Thursday? I have to do it right now at 2 a.m. So I set it up. I did the 10-minute one again, and I was like, I'm not scrubbing through the hour and 50-minute one because what if it's fucked up and I gotta redo that shit? I don't
Oh
have
my
time
God.
for that. So anyway, got those all recorded. Life is good.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you not just download the video from YouTube? Like,
I don't know. Well, I think my thought was because it was a live stream, I was just gonna take it from there right now.
okay.
I could try that,
'Cause I bet
but
you could.
but I've also haven't been around my computer and I can't do it from my tablet.
Ah,
But you're right. I could. But then what if they go, "Hey, you can't download that because we already said that was a copyright infringed thing." And 4K downloader the other day, remember how I can't get like rated R trailers and stuff?
yeah.
It won't let me pull. I can't. Okay, shit. Maybe I can't say that. I think I can say that. I'm gonna say that.
Okay. I'm
That's
scared.
that's how I was getting Hell of a Boss and stuff.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Hell of a Boss is on YouTube, and then I was just downloading the YouTube video, keeping it on my thing, so I don't have to go to YouTube every time I fucking watch it.
That's not a crime.
Yeah. It won't let me do that now, even for those. So
Why?
it may not even let me do these.
But why?
It wants me to pay now.
Pay money to YouTube?
It says if you can log in with your YouTube account, we'll let you download it. But you have to pay us to be able to sync your YouTube account. So I have to like buy a fucking membership to download Hell of a Boss now. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So this is on our like third-party program that we use to rip videos
Yeah,
off of YouTube.
4K downloader, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like $45 for a lifetime license, but like you still are asking me to drop $45 when I've been doing
Yeah.
it for free for like
Forever.
literally 10. I've been using that program for like 10 years.
That's
I've been
nuts.
using it since I was in college.
I mean,
That's how I downloaded a demo for Uncharted 3 that I thought was so cool. So actually 13 years because that came
oh
out in
my
2011.
God.
There was this demo of him
Okay.
in the fucking that desert. And I was like, it
Yeah.
looks so good, but I just want to watch it all the time. I don't want to have to get on YouTube on the internet and wait for 720 to load up and shit. So I was like, how can I download these? And I did all this research and I found this thing, and you could literally download a high quality video and then just have it. You just have that demo all the time.
All the time. You don't have to go to YouTube and hit play over and
It
over
was
and over.
great.
Just stream it to your eyeballs.
I love streaming shit to my eyeballs. So anyway, I hate you because that's actually so ingenious, and I was so nerded out that I overcomplicated it so fucking bad. Shit. See that? To all nerds, you do need to have one friend to bounce your nerdy ideas off of
Yeah,
because
probably.
you might make it way fucking harder than you need to.
Way harder than you needed to.
This is one of those moments
But
when
let
you
me know if
learn.
it doesn't work.
Chill out. You can do this in an easier way. But see, here's the thing. Then I'd have to take that video and move it to my tablet because that's the only place I can trim it. And it's all
It's all complicated.
being a nerd's complicated. Okay.
It's
You
hard.
think it's just like so fun. You just like be a nerd, but no.
It requires research.
It requires research and knowing how computer shit works and
Trials and errors.
it's stupid, man. But so anyway.
Anyway.
I know you may listen to it, but I'm telling you this anyway because I think it's going to lead into our next topic.
Okay.
So Taylor is really into this. She's the one that got me into it. She may be out after this last piece.
Why?
She's ready to be out.
Why? There's
So
almost the
he's
end.
taking the story of the Odyssey, but he's pulling like a God of War. Like, this is it, but here's what I did with it.
Yeah,
Here's
like here's
this
my
piece.
little
And
unique
here's
twist.
what I did with it. She doesn't like the latest twist.
Oh.
She said, that ruins the story as I know it and how I want it, and I may be out if this stays forever.
Hmm.
And I'm going to tell you what it is.
Tell me what it is.
And also, because I already told Taylor I was going to do this, I'm doing a huge blowout shout out right now. Yo, Adrian, Epic is fucking rad, and you need to listen.
Okay.
I know you got bored early on, but it gets so much fucking better. You're wrong, man. Come to this horrible Greek side. It's so great over here. I'll be waiting. Smooches. Okay. So, in this latest one, I showed you One Piece. That's not the bad part, but that's the part that haunts me at night.
Yes.
So, what had happened leading up to that, sorry guys, I'm going spoilers on this. If you have TikTok and you're mildly close to this, it's spoiled for you. So it's
I'm shocked that I haven't seen
whatever.
any of this on TikTok. Like with how close of proximity I am to you and
fucking
your
much,
brain.
dude. It's so much. There's probably sound bites that you've heard that are from it. 'Cause
Probably.
people use a lot of them all the fucking time for like other shit.
Yeah.
So actually, one thing Taylor was like, I don't know about this one, and Mary was kind of on this one. There's a lot of stuff in the audit because here's why I think you would really dig this musical in and of itself.
Okay.
It's all about the literal entire point of this whole thing is this man went off to war the day his son was born. I just want to go home to my wife and kid. I love
yeah.
her so fucking much. It's all I think about. I will do
Certified
anything
wife guy.
to get home, to see my wife, right? And all the shit that happens. There's moments in the actual story where other women come into play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like in one case, he has like 5 other children with this person. And then there's one where he gets trapped somewhere and it's heavily implied that he is coerced, is the word I'll use several times in the story, right?
Yikes.
Well, in this version, he never has any other extramarital affairs.
All right.
And I think it is entirely for a joke that happens in this saga that just dropped.
Okay.
It was so funny. So him and Athena are like buddies. She was like, ooh, you're like really smart. I could make you a great warrior. You're going to be like my project, right?
All right.
He thinks they're friends, but he's a literal project for her. I mean, she's a god. He's just a person, you know?
Yeah.
She doesn't care about him. And then at some point, he's like, I'm going to side with my best friend who says, like, peace is the best policy. You're all about war, and I don't want to do that. You're a god. When these people die, you go away, but I'm left to deal with the outcome. And I don't want to see killing no more. So he doesn't do it, and she leaves. And she's gone for most of the story. And in this part, you find out she's been haunted by that and can't even sleep at night. So she goes to his son and goes, maybe if I help you, I can get out of this funk that I'm in. Because I think I fucked up. I think I did wrong with him. And then she meets his kid, and he's super nice and cool. And she goes, maybe I should see where he is. And she goes on this journey, and that's the thing that I showed you. She's seeing where he's at in this moment after all the stuff she's missed.
Okay.
And when she sees that horrible state he's in, she's like, I got to help him.
Yeah, the guy's messed up.
Yeah. So she goes to the gods and is like, hey, I think we should let this guy go. Like, he's in a bad spot, and we should help him. And Zeus is like, how about no? How about we make it a game?
Oh, no.
If you can convince every other god that he should be released, I'll do it. Or you can just try to convince me. What do you want to do? And she's like, I'll take everybody else.
Oh, my God.
So this whole song is her convincing every other god. And the joke comes when she does Hera, Zeus's wife, right?
Uh-huh.
She's like, there are so many people on the planet. Why is your guy so important? And so she starts listing all these reasons, and she's like, I don't give a shit about these. And then she goes, well, he's never cheated on his wife. And she goes, fucking release that dude. Instantly changes. She goes, release that fucker. Yeah, I like him.
Oh, man.
That's all Zeus fucking does. It was,
Yes.
I busted laughing so hard. I was like, that was a flawless joke.
That's
Because
funny.
if you know Greek shit, that's the number one thing about Zeus, you know?
Zeus be hoeing around.
So the fact, I was like, did he literally just change the plot of this whole story to come to that joke? Because it was pretty solid. It was good, right? But
I like
so
that.
everybody gets convinced, and she goes, all right, I did it. You should release him. And Zeus is like, ooh, I don't like it when people fucking win shit on me. I don't like that. And he kills Athena at the end of the saga.
Shit.
He kills his daughter
Oh, that sucks.
right at the fucking end. And it is heart-wrenching. It is
Damn.
so fucking intense. And Taylor's like, I'm fucking out, dude. She said, I'm so out. And I was like, why? And she goes, she's like such a big part of the rest of the story. There's not much left, but she's a part of it. And I was like, but does she have to be?
Yeah,
like,
maybe some.
Could we not substitute somebody? And she's like, I think if he does, I don't want to know anymore. She's ready to dip. And I'm like,
Damn.
you really changed it? I'm like, oh, God of War excited. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
you really fucked this up. How can you make it work different? You know? But that shit was really, so if you listen to it, like, it's fine. But like you were saying, can I watch this live stream and really get into it more?
Yeah.
I think the live stream is hands down the best way to experience it, because you really get to see these things happen.
And it's like part 1, the beginning, all the way up until current stuff, right?
Yeah, you can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like
I
in
want
one
that.
sitting and all of it. And what's so cool, that's something I thought you might get a kick out of it. So Adrian said she didn't like it because it reminded her of a different musical called Hadestown.
Okay,
which
I
is-
haven't seen Hadestown, but I would love to.
People don't like that one, apparently.
Everybody loves Hadestown.
But I think I know why.
Why?
I think there's just a very vocal set of people that like it.
Okay.
You
I've
might
never
like
heard
it.
a person who doesn't like it.
I've seen so many people that don't like it.
Wow.
But it's jazz based.
Okay.
You know, so if you don't like Cowboy Bebop music, probably won't like Hadestown. Is like what I'm getting.
I
And
used to
I
think
don't really like jazz, but I haven't
Yeah.
listened to any of this, so I don't know shit about Hadestown.
I used to think that I hated jazz. I think I'm coming around on that. I don't like.
I'm not gonna like jazz.
I know that jazz is like unstructured, but I don't like
Yeah,
chaotic jazz. Like
that's fair. Because that shit is a lot.
too much. Like just shrieking instruments that are all different places and all different tones.
I
I don't
mean,
like that.
I like everything in Whiplash, and that's all about jazz. All
I
the
like
music
some
in
of the stuff in Whiplash.
so.
I
But
like
see, you
all
like
the
Cowboy
stuff in-
Bebop shit.
Yeah, and Cowboy Bebop. So
You might just like Japanese jazz.
maybe, yeah, I do
That-
like Japanese jazz.
That might be your thing, but American jazz, yucky,
Fuck
gross.
American jazz.
You know? But that's probably fair.
Yeah, I mean, David Bowie has a jazz album, and I'm like not really a fan of it.
You may not like Hadestown.
I don't know.
You might have to. I want to try, but I'm too stuck in this right now.
Okay.
I'll take a day to do Hadestown at some point.
Yeah.
But here's what you might like about Epic, though. Its
Okay.
inspirations are two things. Ready?
Okay.
Anime and video games.
Well, hell yeah.
So most of its sagas end with like a boss battle, is essentially how the music always goes. Like there's a clear, you know how boss battle music sounds like,
Yeah.
I've stepped into a boss battle.
Yes.
You know those songs when they play. They
Mhm.
feel that way. And my favorite song is one of the boss battle songs. And it has the best fucking quote, dude. I'm not even gonna tell you till you listen to it. But I fucking love that line. Like, so I'm gonna give my spiel. This is for you too,
Your
Adrian.
spiel.
You ready?
Yes.
I don't think generally speaking, most media you are into the second it starts. I think that's pretty hard to accomplish. That
Yeah.
like you turn something on and you're like, oh yeah, I'm the most passionate person for this. There's something usually later that will pique you. And I will say, I listened to the first two sagas of this thing and went, it's fine.
Yeah.
I really didn't care about it. The third saga, that's when I started going like, and I was like looking over at my tablet like, is that still this thing? Because like that's pretty cool. That's a good thought. what drew me in was his lyrics, the way he worded certain things. The music
Uh-huh.
itself, I didn't jump into first. I fell into that after. You know how like
Okay.
you fall into something for this reason, then later you start to appreciate the rest of the whole package?
Yes.
Lyrics was first for me. It might be music for somebody else. I don't know. You know, everybody has their different taste. But there were a couple lyrics in this, and I like my weird philosophy shit. They were
Mm-hmm.
very philosophical questions that were asked in the lyrics, and I was like, fuck, yeah, that's a good, smart question. I like that. What else is happening? And then I fell more into it, right?
Okay.
Now I'm into the story because I think we've moved past that, and now we're into story time. Because like we're at the end. There's only 2 more pieces, which puts us at 10 pieces. So this is number 7. There's 8. Okay, so there's gonna be 9 total, I guess.
All right.
It's just fucking good. I think everyone should try it out a little bit. I don't think everyone will love it in the first 2 sagas. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Everyone I know that's tried it and goes, it's not for me, has never made it past number 2.
Okay.
But since no one I've told it to has gone past 2, I don't know if 3 is where it would pick up for people. I loved part 2 because that's the Cyclops thing, which is already one of my favorite pieces of storytelling in storytelling, period.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know how he would do it. That's why I pushed through. I already had a vested interest,
Yeah.
I remember being in school and our teacher, because they used to have like those kids versions of like Phantom of the Opera and Huckleberry Finn, like really short pared down versions of like real shit.
Yeah.
And they had done the Odyssey, and when he tells that Cyclops his name is Nobody, and then they hurt him and he says that, and then the other Cyclopses go away, I remember that like blew my little like 5-year-old mind.
Me too.
So I wanted to see how he handled that, and it gave me chills when he did it. Like, it's so good, but that is so far in. Like, you go through a lot of shit before that moment, and then I still didn't really love it till songs after. Like, it's so hard to recommend. I think it's hard to recommend media to people.
But we do it all the time.
I know, but it's also hard when media, what do they call it? Like artistic liberties.
Uh-huh.
So like with what he just did in the story, that's not in the main story. There's things he's done that aren't in it. Changing this thing that we already know. Is it better? Is it worse? Can you just appreciate it as this,
Right.
Questions of media we ask all the time. So I wanted to tell you about it more from this whole, like, he's changing the ideas and how we just do that with media. But also, I'm trying to sell Adrian on it, so I had to get a little into it.
Well, you've sold me. I would like the link to the live stream or just a copy of the complicated video that you're making.
I'll get to that one.
Okay.
But I think the live stream is definitely the palatable way in.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll give it
Plus,
a shot.
then you can look at a weird little nerd that's been making an Odyssey musical for 4 years, and then you go, look at this guy and his 90,000 people watching right now, because we love that underdog shit.
Uh-huh.
That helps me too, because I'm like, just fucking succeed, man. You're fucking doing it. I love that shit. So I'll send you
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, good shit. Well, on the topic of divisive media, I wanted to tell you I'm having more adventures with The Sopranos. So we're into season 3 of 6 now, and I'm
Okay.
really enjoying it. Like, it's kind of a predictable format in the way that they're building it, because the first couple of seasons were just like, here's this bad guy that's like bad for the mafia, and then
Okay.
like by the end of the season they kill him, and then like the first episode of
So
the second
monster of the season.
Yes, that's exactly it. They're just like,
Okay.
here's this new character. He's kind of a shitbag, like, and then they just kill him for whatever reason by the end of wherever we're going with it. But
Okay.
that's beside the point. What I'm really, really enjoying about The Sopranos is these really crafted dream sequences that they do. And I
Cool.
was like,
I really thought this headline was I dream about this show all the time, and here's the weird dreams I'm having.
that would have been ridiculous.
Okay.
Okay, so the main character, Tony Soprano, like you get to see inside of his head. So the show, I didn't know what the show
Okay.
was about. Like
I still don't know what it's about.
I thought it was just about like Italians being Italian and like here's the mafia and the mob and
Yeah.
like gabagool.
Okay.
That's the boiled down essence of the show. But the show is really about
Okay.
mental health. Like Tony Soprano goes to see a therapist and is like dissecting all this trauma in his past and stuff and like trying to deal with all the crazy shit that's happening in his current day. Like his mom and uncle hatch a plot to kill him. So he's like going through all that kind of shit. There's just so much in his day-to-day
Okay.
life that he's trying to balance, like with both his family and with the mob. So
Okay.
and he goes to see a therapist because he's trying to deal with all this. And he is like trying to keep it secret for two reasons, because like, you know, being a high up person in the mob, you can't be revealing like your secrets and stuff to your therapist because that's, you know, potential leak. Like maybe she could go to the police or whatever. So he's like really secretive about it, but it eventually gets out and all that. But the second reason he's secretive is because like weak man going to therapy.
That's where I was gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Like you could find out, and now you look less strong. Okay.
Yeah, like now you're this fragile boy that has to go get your mental health checked out by a lady. So,
Okay.
and that's how a lot of people do feel about it. But they also deal with that too in the show, where he eventually just comes out and is like, yeah, I'm seeing a therapist. Yeah, I have panic attacks. And the show does such a good job of dealing with like his panic attacks and stuff that happens, because it really like puts you in the moment and makes you feel the way he feels. And it does that with the dream sequences too. So like these crazy dreams that he has, like, I don't know if this is just a mark of, I don't want to say poor mental health, of like stress, I guess is a way to put it. Like, you know, when you're under a lot of stress, you tend to have a lot of crazy dreams. I always have really crazy dreams because I'm always anxious and something's wrong with me deeply.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
so seeing like really bizarre, wild dreams brought to life and the way that they do them is so like cool and fun.
Okay.
I've been looking for like YouTube compilations to show you what some of these are like, and a lot of them are taken down, or they're just like some dude bro talking over the Sopranos, and I don't want to show you.
That's why I like my commentary-less video game videos. I love that shit.
Exactly. So, what I'm gonna have to find one to show you, because like there's one that sticks in my mind from, it was really early on, like maybe the first couple of episodes, where there's this new guy and he has his like first kill, and it's really fucking with him, and he does it in the back of a deli, and in his dream he's like he goes to the deli and he's like, they put him on roller skates or something because the motion is like so smooth as he's like gliding through.
Yeah.
And he's like at the counter, and the guy that he killed is outside the deli, and it's like night and the lighting is weird, and the guy's like trying to order, but he's like outside the window, so the voice is all muffled. They do incredible like visual stuff, audio stuff with these dream sequences that just make you feel like it's actually a dream. There's a moment where he like is cutting meat for this dude, and he reaches down and there's just like a frozen hand that is just like passing him cold cuts out of the freezer, and it's just like so normal. They have such a way of making the surreal come to life that I haven't seen in any other media since. And this is stuff from the early 2000s, like 1999, 2000.
So, ready? Because I went to binge clock because you had already gotten me a little bit excited.
Yeah.
1999 to 2007.
Yes.
So yeah. And it's, by the way, 5,160 minutes.
There you go. I'm really enjoying my time with this show. Like there's some episodes, you know, it's take it or leave it. Some of them are kind of like Monster of the Week type stuff.
See, man, I know we said like it's hard to sell media, but we do it all the time.
Yeah.
But what you just said earlier is all I've ever been told about the show. Oh, it's about the mob. It's great. You told me something I've never fucking heard since 1999
Yeah.
about this show, and I went, well, that I want to see.
Yeah, I do want you to see these dream sequences. Like, I don't care if you watch the whole show. I'm gonna have to find or just cut
Well-
these sequences out for you.
But see, like, because I know how it ends.
Yeah, everyone knows how it ends.
Everyone knows how it ends. Now, like, I'm invested about that end because before I'm like, who cares? Like, he was a mob guy, he did bad shit, and by the end, it was gonna happen to him. Like, who gives a shit? But now it's
Yeah.
like, was he earning his way out of that?
Yeah.
See
But here's
now,
another fucking question for you.
see now, I'm a little changed. Okay,
Is the end a dream? It could be.
no, never been at, never
There's
heard
some-
anybody say that.
Yeah, like I'm giving
It's the
myself
whole
goosebumps
Inception
over
thing
here.
again. There's the whole Inception thing again.
Yeah, like I know that it's a
Oh,
pretty controversial trope where people don't like the whole "was it all a dream?" I love that trope. I love it.
When it is, I fucking hate that shit.
Oh my god.
Well, it depends on how they work it. You know.
Yeah, like there have been plenty of like, oh no, it was all a dream things that have just been like that sucks. But I just this show has such a way of dreams. Like there's a whole episode where he's dealing with food poisoning, and so he's having these insane fever dreams. And the way they do them is it's almost like miniature horror movies. Like the sound design is fucking incredible. It's blowing me away, and I'm just like so impressed by
Okay.
this and so surprised that I had never heard of it. And then as I'm going to Google these things, there's a widely divided opinion of The Sopranos. Like most people hate the dream sequences. They're like, these
That's because
suck.
you're boring.
Yeah, that's because you're fucking boring.
You don't like the fucking Fly episode of Breaking Bad.
That's exactly it. So I'm learning so much just by watching The Sopranos, and like I've been worried to Google stuff because I don't want to get like
See, man.
spoiled on things. Like I know the ending, but I don't know everything that leads
Well, yeah.
up to the ending. So
Yeah.
I don't want to know, who's in a coma or whatnot. But yeah, just learning that nobody likes the dream sequences. They're widely panned.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking why? You think it's a
Who's
waste of
watching this?
time? Like you
Who's
think it's
fucking watching this show? You know who
boring?
was watching this show. You know?
yeah. I guess if you're watching this show like, wow, guns, mafia, then like sure, you
Of
probably
course you don't want that shit.
But if
It's
you're
like me taking my dad to Oppenheimer and he's like, I don't want to know about the guy. I want to see the bomb. Like, well, okay, you're not here for the right reason. Okay, I'm getting
Yeah.
it now. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, I feel like I have an open, like, my eye is open that it hasn't been about the show before now.
Yeah, I have a completely different opinion on it now, and I wish that I had people to talk to about The Sopranos. I know
Well, I
they're
would probably fucking watch this now.
I think
I might be watching it alone, but
Yeah.
I have a tablet.
you have a tablet. The shows they're HBO, so it's
Yeah, so
long
they're 40
shows.
whatever minutes. Or
there
no, because
are-
they didn't do commercials.
Yeah,
So they'd
they're
be
like
the full hour.
I think they are a full hour. Some of them maybe just like 40 minutes.
That's still not bad.
I think 40 minutes might be the standard length. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they had commercials in HBO back then. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'll get on HBO Max because I'm gonna add it to my watch list. Like,
Yeah.
I am like,
I think you should give it a fair shake. Like I did not expect to like The Sopranos. In season 1, I was like hooked. I'm like, yeah, let's keep watching.
yeah.
I thought I would
So
dip out.
that's what I was telling Taylor, because she always says I make things sound better than they really are, and I was like, maybe I just know how to sell. But that's the thing, you got to be able to sell the right part
Yeah.
of the media. Like,
Right.
that's why I'm not really selling you I'm kind of selling you the story of Epic, but it's more the inspiration, the musical side. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
the lyrics are good. Like,
And
you
knowing
have to
just
sell the right part to the right person.
even the backstory of it, like knowing the creator is like this small time dude who suddenly has found his niche and found his fans. Like, you know how to sell the right pieces of the story to the right
Yeah.
person.
There's no fucking way. Oh, did I send? Okay, I'm about to go fucking way off the rails.
Okay.
But did I send you that TikTok about marketing and the TV shows and like product placement and stuff?
No.
Okay. Because I was about to say, you can't just blanket market and expect to capture everybody. You're only going to capture a niche thing no matter what you choose.
Yeah.
So you have to market each piece to each person. I sent you this TikTok about why Teen Titans got canceled
Oh, like the boys versus girls dynamic. Yes.
for marketing. Yeah,
That
because you can't
blew me
market
away.
blanket, but you can, at least in that case, but they just didn't want you to. But it just made me think about that, and I fucking got riled up.
Yeah, I just think the show is really cool. It's doing things that I haven't seen other shows do since. Like maybe Twin Peaks has met this kind of stuff.
Why can nobody say these things then?
Yeah.
All I ever heard growing up was, God, that's a good mob show.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
all I
not.
ever heard.
Like the mob stuff is the least interesting part of the show. For me, it's about a man like grappling with his own
Okay.
existence and trying to reconcile like what it's Walter White in that way too, where he's like trying
Well.
to say, I'm doing this for the family.
See,
But
you're
are
already
you?
trying to get ahead of me now. Because I was going to say, all right, sell me Breaking Bad.
Yeah. That's
What are you going to tell me besides it's a drug show then? Because most people would say, oh, yeah, that's the meth show.
I mean,
What is
yeah,
it for you then?
it is the meth show, but it's also about like for me, Breaking Bad is about Jesse Pinkman and
Do you know what it is for me?
his journey. What?
It's going like, wow, you really aren't Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. I'm so impressed with your acting.
It's about Bryan Cranston's acting career.
Absolutely for me. I'm just like, look at that dude. He's getting it. Every
Oh,
show,
God.
I would just be like, you amaze me.
Yeah.
That's funny. See, I'd have to sell Pinkman to you, but I got to sell Bryan Cranston breaking out of his comedy mold to me. See, that's weird shit.
It's different for
That
everyone.
right there was YMToAP shit. That's what YMToAP talked
YMToAP
about
shit.
right there. That's the stuff we like to talk about. Okay, I mean, I am officially sold on The Sopranos. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, why wouldn't anyone just say this then?
Yeah.
Why is this not what anybody ever said?
I don't know.
Because not the right people selling. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sold on that. I am actually really intrigued now, and like, I want to know.
I wasn't even trying to sell you. I just wanted to expose.
I
it
don't
to
care. I'm fucking sold. Where do I buy?
Let me buy. Yeah, it's good shit. I'm enjoying
Okay.
it.
Well, good. I'm really curious now, though. All right, good shit, man. I really want to know. Well, I want to tell you one more thing.
Okay.
I thought you would love this. There's one thing about this that I just feel like is going to be such a Kelsey thing, and I kind of feel bad
Why?
because I could have told you before, but I didn't think you'd want to put in the work to potentially do the thing.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. Time dating when we're recording. Astrobot is about to come out. It's going to come out at 11 o'clock. That's in an hour and a half,
Oh my gosh.
right? So here's the thing. That's the new version. He's like the mascot for PlayStation. What I really like about it is he celebrates like all that PlayStation has been. So the boss at the end of that one that was pre-installed on the PlayStations
Mhm.
is the T-Rex. It was the first render they ever made on the PlayStation.
That's so cool.
Like it's literally just their history in a game for fun.
Wow.
The game is just fun. You know, you don't die. I talked about all that in pre-ramble, and I said, come here for more, right?
Mhm.
Like it's just fun. I've been looking at reviews today, and all anybody says is like, you remember when games were fun? That's what this game is. They're like, I'm just having fun. Like I'm not here for any other reason than I'm having a good time.
Good.
I'm so fucking stoked for it. But here's the thing. In the one that was pre-installed on everybody's PlayStation in 2020, when the PS5 dropped, it's
Mhm.
been getting updates lately. Every week leading up, they've been going, hey, we hit a new robot somewhere. Maybe you
What?
guys should go find him, right?
Cool.
So you go back into this game that you've had for 4 years, and you have to do weird fucking shit to unlock these secret robots, right?
Okay.
So I'll give you one. You go into this stage, you go stand on this specific cliff face, and this robot pops up like just off the map, right?
Okay.
You hop over to him, and then it just shows a clock on the bottom of this capsule that he's in. And you go, what am I supposed to do with that? So you wander around that part of the map you've already been on until you find this clock hidden in a tree. If you punch it, nothing happens. You do anything, nothing happens. But when you pause the game, it comes to this weird like digital clock menu. And you have to
Okay.
put in the proper date to unlock something.
What the
But how do I
hell?
know what the date is? Right?
Okay.
Well, that secret bot, that guy's from Bloodborne. Let's put in the date that Bloodborne came out. Boom, you unlock the secret bot. Right?
This is so complex.
Stupid fucking complex. It's stupid because the next one was a Gran Turismo bot, and you go to the beach, and there are like 6 starfish on the beach. You
Okay.
have to touch a specific 4 in a specific order. So you like touch one, and it'll make like a ching, like a good noise. But if you touch one more and it's bad, it goes, "Mwah," and then you have to start over, and you have to like piece that together. I did none of this. I watched guides for every single bot. I wasn't
Okay.
spending my time with that shit.
Yeah.
You touch the 4 of those, till the bot unlocks, and there's like a pattern drawn on his little thing, right?
Okay.
You then have to go across the entire map, and you find a bucket that's never been there before. You punch the bucket, there's a steering wheel. You pause the game, and then that pattern, you have to put that pattern in and traverse the map, and you hear a car driving, and if you make a wrong turn, it crashes. So you have to put in the pattern right, then you unlock the robot.
That's nuts.
Absolutely fucking nuts, right? So you do this for 4 bots, right? This also gave you a new place that's never been in the game before. So there's like a new secret little hole that wasn't there before. You take
Okay.
this like elevator down, and then those 4 bots have little seats in there. Well, in the back, there's a big countdown timer. And there's like a portal. And when you go to the portal, it says, hey, 24 days until Astrobot comes out. Would you like to pre-order it, right? So you can buy the game right there. Well, tonight, before the 11 o'clock thing, during the countdown, like today, in the last few hours, all the robots are going to throw a party in that room.
Oh, fun.
And when it counts down to 0, I imagine you can walk through the portal and it will launch the new game.
That's going to be fucking incredible. This is why you wanted to be done by 11 o'clock tonight.
I'm going to the bot party, man.
Yes.
I already told Taylor, I was like, you better be fucking ready. We're turning it on like the last hour, and I'm going to watch it tick down and have these bots fucking raving and doing
That's
shit.
so fun.
Like, but see, it's not quite as Kelsey a moment as I wanted, because it's not like, you know, when like Halo 3 is going to turn off the servers and you got like all the people that are there for like the last time, but like
Yeah.
it's people. This is like bots celebrating it just for me till I go play the new game.
That's fun though.
But
Like
it's
the
still-
studio cared
what
enough
game
to
does
do all
that?
that. Yeah, like they crafted this for you. Like it's
Yeah.
a bespoke experience for each player.
Like, when have you been able to, I don't know, go play Diablo 3? You go to this tavern and there's just like a whole party until Diablo 4 drops, and then you walk into Diablo 4.
That's so cool.
Isn't that different? I've never
Yeah.
heard of anything like that.
I love that. The only thing I could think of that it kind of reminds me of, it's not even close, but like whenever you bought a Professor Layton game, at the end of the game, each
Okay.
thing would give you a code to put into the next game. So it would know
Okay.
that you played the previous game. And I forget even what those codes did.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they like unlocked something special for you. And it was
See,
like,
dude, that's like Mass Effect. Nobody did what Mass Effect did back in the day, where it saw your save and kept all those choices
yeah,
from your whole 100-hour game and said, hey, everything you did matters at the start of this one.
that's amazing.
I've never played those, but
Yeah.
every now and then some game comes along and does something so truly different. And Astrobot's gonna do something cool. He's a fucking little platformer robot. Who gives a shit?
little
But like,
dude.
that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So also, to further into that, in the new game, so in the first one, you would just see like, oh, hey, that's like a Nathan Drake bot because he's got his hair and he's climbing up a wall. I get that reference. Oh, hey, that's a Tomb Raider one because it's dressed like her and she's running from this T-Rex. I
Okay.
understand that reference. Hey, that's Kratos and Atreus in the boat. Oh, that's a God of War thing. So you just saw like references to PlayStation franchises in all these bots, right?
Yeah.
What's that game you really liked? Tearaway?
Terraria?
No. Oh. So then you might not like the game I'm thinking of. Because I do remember Terraria is the one you like. But there was one called Tearaway. And I guess that's not one you played. You like Terraria. Never mind. Well, like, it's like deep everything. Like they got what do you fucking call it? Devil May Cry, bots in there. All I mean, literally any franchise you can think of, Crash Bandicoot ones are all
That's so
in there, right?
cool.
But they were all cameos, and you'd go, haha, I understand that because I'm old and play games.
Yeah.
Well, now when you find those, you can have them join you and you can use them to accomplish things in the new game.
Huh.
And if you're playing the old one, this one, those 4 bots will walk through that portal with you tonight and be your first 4 that you will already have at the start of the new game.
What? That's so amazing.
Like, that's very unique.
It
I've never
is.
heard of this.
That's
It's like-
incredible.
It's like Helldivers, and I was like, what is this magic community board you're speaking of? I don't understand
Yeah.
this, you know? Which is still kind of cool, but it's lost its luster a bit, you know?
Yeah.
But like, so I think like you have a main hub and like you have to, let's say maybe collect 20 and now you can have them stand on each other's shoulders and climb them to get to a new level you couldn't get to. And then if you find 30, now you can make a bridge with them to get to this place you couldn't get to before. So like you use them for stuff in the main hub. And then I think some of them you can take their powers and play through levels as them. So I know you can become like a Kratos Astrobot and you get his
Okay.
axe and shit and you do. Dude, there was an Astrobot. Okay, I saw a sneak peek.
Okay.
There was an Astrobot Jormungandr, the giant world serpent, but he
Oh my
was fucking
God.
Astrobot style.
Cool.
Cream my panties a little bit. It was great. I loved it.
In the trailer that we just watched in Friday Roundup, there was a little like kitty cat version, and that's the cat from Stray. I'm now piecing together.
Probably so.
It was
Actually,
Tabby.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
that's cute. I love that so much.
I might totally know when I play it. Didn't he have? No, he didn't have a backpack.
He had a backpack.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he's got a fucking backpack, it's for sure Stray.
Yeah.
I mean, you would know. Like, they always do something. If it is, I don't know if they're doing cameos or if they're all collectible. I don't know how they're going to fucking do it.
I hope they're all collectible.
But then I was hoping if you collect them, they'd at least tell you who the fuck it is. Because there were some that I'm like, I've definitely seen that get played. I don't
Yeah.
know what that game is. And it was like, that's
are you?
Patapon. And I'm like, what the fuck is Patapon? I didn't play that. You know,
Yeah.
Gradius? I don't know. You know, so like I did Google just like, what's every cameo? And there's a bunch that I knew and a fuck ton I didn't know. So if I do get a stray cat, I'd hope it would give like maybe they don't outright say it, but they'll be like, this adventurer got lost in the big city or something. And you're like, that's the
Yeah.
stray dude.
That's my Stray buddy.
I don't know, but it's about to go live. So, I mean, I'll definitely know more by next recording, and I will probably tell you if Stray is in it. But
All right. Well, let's
but
get
that's
you out of here
Astrobot.
so you can talk to
Isn't that
Astrobot.
fucking neat, though,
That's
man.
fucking neat.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Jeez, I'm getting all worked up. So with that, you want to go like think about how media is just being fucking wild and cool?
Let's go think about how media's being fucking wild and cool.
Think about that shit. If you guys loved this episode, please tell a friend. It is the best way to get the good YMBToAP into so many more ears so we can just liven up your Monday. We are here every single Monday. That's literally the guarantee. It is my favorite thing. I don't know if it's Kelsey's favorite thing. I think her favorite thing is getting to just hear from you guys. She loves that stuff. I just love being able to go, here it is. It's for you every single Monday.
Every Monday. Take it.
Dude, I mean, I had a revelation in the ad break when she was talking about how much content there was. I was
It's
like,
a lot of
dude,
content.
it's so much. Do you know the portfolio we got going right now?
It's a portfolio.
That should be worth some shit. And it should be worth you telling somebody, hey, you might like these couple weirdos, you know? But if you want to talk to us, go on over to Instagram. We're at every single social media at YMBToAP, which again stands for You Must Be Thinking of Another Podcast. And don't forget, if you're in the no, you can get in the Discord, like we said, from Patreon, the $2 tier. Come chit chat with us. I partook in the Alien Predator ranking today. I knew me and Verdon would be the opposite on some things. That's just how it would go. But it's okay to have different rankings of stuff. Nobody got mad. We just had a good time. We chit chatted. Why didn't you like this? What's this all about? Talking about the cool monsters and looking at stuff. I just love hearing everyone else's stuff. Like Kelsey wasn't even selling Sopranos tonight. She's just telling me how she experienced it. And I'm like, I want to do that too.
I purchased it out of my pocket.
Like we just share our
Human
experiences as
experience.
people in this thing.
Yes.
You know, that's the essence of what YMToAP is. It's the human experience with us, with you, and all of us just making it through one Monday at a time. And so I just hope to see you guys around. I want to know if you guys are playing Astrobot. Did you guys partake in the bot party? Did you guys watch The Sopranos and you was holding out this cool shit from us? Because that was amazing. That was really, really neat. I want to know if you've watched, the new Terminator anime and stuff. I want to know what you guys think. If you guys even like Terminator. I've been telling people I'm watching it. A lot of people apparently don't like Terminator.
Really?
And that's okay. I don't know. Everyone I've told is like, ooh, Terminator. And I'm like,
Gross.
I mean, if you base it off of every movie since 3, yeah, I get that. Let's just pretend the first 2 are the thing. And it's great. It's great. You go 1, 2, anime. It's a perfect thing. So again, we just want to thank you guys so much.
Sorry,
I've broken
1,
my
2
co-host.
anime took me out.
That might be our title now.
Yeah.
Who knows? But again, just thank you to all of you guys. I know we talk about our patrons, but even if you're not one and you're just here listening every day, we really, really hope you get something out of this. We're making your Monday good. I know this is only an hour and 40 minutes of that day, but it's an hour and 40 minutes that maybe is easier on you for that day. You know, we just want to be around hanging out with you guys and you patrons. We love you guys so much. I promise. Zeitgeist, we're getting caught up soon.
I promise.
I swear. I promise.
Our theme song is The Green Purple is the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube because he's so wonderful and he deserves all the love. So as always, thank you so much for listening. And tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Has this podcast been a dream?